What do you have to prove in an ERISA disability case if you have a subjective medical condition limitation in your policy? Now, I'm going to talk about a subjective medical condition policy limitation in the terms of something called a musculoskeletal or neuromuscular skeletal restriction that limits benefits to just 2 years. Now, disability policies come in different flavors. There's no uniform policy language, but sometimes you'll see something like a policy provision that says, look, benefits are limited to just 2 years if you have a neuromuscular or musculoskeletal condition, including strains and sprains, problems with muscles or tissue around adjacent joints, arthritic conditions. These are the kind of things that you don't want to see in a disability policy, particularly if you have, for example, a musculoskeletal issue. You have to understand that you have to submit objective medical proof of any particular exclusions. So, for example, sometimes these provisions will exclude, will allow for continued coverage if you have, for example, a seropositive blood work that shows an ongoing condition, or if you have EMG or nerve conduction study tests or other documentation that satisfies whatever the policy says. In other words, the condition is limited, but there might be exceptions, and this is how you have to prove it. Now, what will happen if you can't? Well, your benefits are going to be limited to just 2 years. You also need to understand that at that 2-year period of time, the definition of disability is probably going to change from an inability to do your own occupation to an inability to do any occupation. If you have other medical conditions that are not limited under the subjective medical condition limitation, you might be able to prove your continued entitlement to benefits. If you have any questions about your rights to disability benefits under a neuromuscular or musculoskeletal subjective medical condition limitation, call me today, 727-894-3188 for a complimentary consultation. I look forward to helping you get the disability benefits you deserve.